way to put more bluffing into it, like to where you actually needed to do that.
Well, but let's think within the confines of what's even here. Was there ever any cause for you to spend 2 chips to use an opponent's color? Since we could generally gain access.
Well, since we had the power of the purple to draw from over there, I wasn't worried about missing my piece because I knew I could always have a hand to draw to go back upon. And plus, since that just happened to look out for me for that bonus, but yeah, so I was just like, well, if I get the thing something I don't want, I know there's something in the discard pile that I want later.
Well, I think also with since we can all, if I get 1 blue piece and you start with the blue,
maybe you
the blue
need 2
torso.
pieces.
Well, not even just that. But hold on just a second. You have a blue torso. I have 1 piece. You have 1 piece. There's just there's no competition. Even if it's 2 pieces, that doesn't matter. It's
the abilities are all shared.
Yeah, because
everybody had all the abilities by
part
the
of
end.
The problem,
yeah, in a 5-player game with 5 colors.
turn,
yeah, exactly. In
should be
5,
what you have
5
the
turns, you will
most of.
definitely have all the cards.
It'd be kind of interesting if, like, what you had the most of, like, I would have the blue ability.
Yeah, because you have the majority.
You can simplify it just by saying you can only use abilities that connect to your torso.
Or you can only use the ability
well,
of the
that
last...
was another thing, too, yeah.
That itself, I think, it's like, okay, once I've got the blue pelvis, alright, it makes sense that I can use a blue. Once I've got a green leg connected through that, okay. But I'm just holding a leg off in storage somewhere. Why should I be having any... You know, it's when you think about it, it's like a robot who's getting abilities, but that piece of machinery is not turned on.
Yeah.
You know?
I think
but still, I think the majority would also help that, yeah.
It could be you could only use the power of the last card color you have.
The other thing I thought...
That's also a
possibility.
good one,
yeah.
The other thing I thought... Well, that's a good point, too. Like, that there's some kind of way of showing, or like, what you have the majority of.
And that shifts it, so you only have 1 power each turn. You only have 1 power to use each turn as opposed to 4.
Yes, and it makes every turn's decision very important.
Or something like a majority of your
because then you're predicting for the future, just like the high numbers. And the R&D card.
Right, exactly. No, that's a really good idea.
You start with one piece of your color. Do something like, to use any other ability, you have to have at least 2 pieces of that color, so that you have...
To overrun your core value, or whatever.
Right, you have to exceed your core. Like, once I have 2 green, then I can use green, or whatever. Which would, potentially, there is a way to get all 4 of them, but, like... it would seriously limit it.
You'd have to have the hand and the arm of a color, and the other hand and the arm, and the head and the torso, and both legs.
But you couldn't use all the powers by the end of the game, because you'd be collecting the last piece.
Right, your priorities would be so skewed toward getting pieces that you wouldn't be using all 4 abilities. You'd be using maybe 2.
But I guess are the abilities... I mean, some of the abilities seem quite powerful, but were the abilities
powerful? They were better balanced than last time.
They were all balanced except for maybe blue.